Hi everybody, welcome to this edition of Iredell-Statesville Schools EDtalks. Our guests today are Leanne Darty and Mindy Rice from Rainbow Kidz. And this is one of our strategic partnerships in the school system. So we're delighted to have you ladies here today. Thank you for what you do for our children. And we wanted to have you here just to share with these viewers and listeners about this partnership and how you impact kids on a daily basis. So tell us about Rainbow Kidz. What's your mission? What do you do?
Thank you so much, Dr. Johnson. We are just so honored to be here and honored to do this work. Rainbow Kidz continues to grow every school year, every semester. What we do is we provide grief support and grief education to students who have suffered a loss, the death of someone special in their family or a friend. And we go to the schools daily for about 10 to 12 weeks and provide grief education and support. Teach them healthy ways to cope with their grief.
Yeah, and I often think, I pick up the newspaper and I see these tragic stories about families and the tragedies that take place in our community. And I often think, oh my goodness, they have children in the school system. And that's
Absolutely.
where you guys come in.
Absolutely.
I've often referred to you as little angels that just kind of sweep in and take those kids and take care of them during those times of tragedy. So when I say you are a strategic partner, I really, really mean that.
Thank you. We really are, like I said, honored to do this work and work with the school counselors very closely and the staff at the schools. Right now, we're in about 26 schools a week for the semester. We have about 200 students, and over 50% of those students have lost either a parent or a sibling.
Wow.
And these students, come together through group, get to know one another, and we teach them that it's okay to tell their story, to talk about their story, and after the program finishes, the surveys are showing that over 90% of the students are improving in their grades or attendance or behavior because of being able to participate in the grief groups.
Now, when you're working with the children, do you engage teachers as well?
The teachers let the counselors know who's had a loss. So there is definitely a networking, that linkage there. And then the counselors get permission from the parents for the students to participate. And each school is different as to when we go in. We try to go in like homeroom time or whatever that block is, that we're not taking them out of a real important class.
Yeah. I've often thought that when children do encounter a tragedy like you're describing, one of the saving graces is children seem to be resilient. And I think that's just one of the blessings of youth. But would you agree with that? Do most of the kids that you work with, do they thrive after they've gone through some of these tragedies?
That's a great question. I think initially they're just as devastated as we are as adults. Yeah. But they struggle with showing those emotions sometimes. And so it may come out as anger or depression or just confusion on how to express those feelings. Yeah. But resiliency, I think, does happen after getting some help.
Right.
And having that permission to talk with a counselor. We're licensed clinical social workers. So having that connection with the counselor and then the connection with their peers. The groups have shown that these kids have learn a new coping skill or skills to deal with it, and they feel less isolated. And that's tremendous, because it's hard to imagine that you're 8 years old and you come to school and your mom or your dad has died, and you're trying to focus, in class.
Absolutely.
But I do think the resiliency question, I do think these children show so much courage.
Yes. Yes.
So much courage.
Now, you guys operate under the umbrella of Hospice of Iredell, which means that the services that you provide for us come to us cost-free.
Yes, sir.
it also means that you have to go out and raise a lot of the resources yourself to even stay in business. And so you have a big event coming up. I think it's May the 6th. It's called Ride and Run. Tell us about that.
I'm going to let Mindy tell you about that because she is the expert on this.
We do, and it's a privilege to work for Hospice and Palliative Care of Iredell County. It's a nonprofit, and we do have lots of community programs, and Rainbow Kidz is probably one of our largest that we offer to the community at no cost. So fundraising is essential, and our one very large fundraiser that we do each year, our signature event for Rainbow Kidz, is the Timmy Belcher Memorial Rainbow Kidz Ride and Run. And we're in our 7th year for that event, and it is on May the 6th this year. And the event consists of a 5K, a 10K, a 1-mile fun run, and then for the cyclists, we have a 10-mile, a 35-mile, and a 60-mile choices for cycling routes.
It's a big event.
It is a big event. It's a big undertaking, and we've got a great group of committee members that help us to put this on. Last year we raised $35,000.
Wow!
So this year we have a goal to surpass that and hopefully meet $40,000. Because as Leanne mentioned, the need for Rainbow Kidz continues to grow.
I have no doubt that you'll surpass that goal. The passion that you two have and the work ethic that you have,
Thank you.
I'm very confident you'll do that. But you need community help.
We
do.
That.
We do.
So if folks are interested in participating in this event, how can they get more information?
There's several ways that you can help. We're always seeking sponsors, corporate or personal. You don't have to work for a business to be a sponsor. And if you'd like to be a sponsor of the event, there are levels from $100 to $2,500 with all kinds of different benefits for every level. And then also you can participate. You can form a team. You can participate on your own with a group of friends. And all the information for the event and to register can be found on itsyourrace.com. And you just type in Rainbow Kidz with a Z in the search engine, and the event will pop up with lots of details, the routes, the times of the event, and then registration information as well. It's $25 to register if you pre-register, and then on the day of it goes up to $35.
Yeah.
And I've been telling our students that we work with that they could do the 1-mile fun run. You know, it's $5, I believe, to do the 1-mile fun run, and they get a bib like runners do, and put it on their shirt, and it's so special because they can say, you know, I'm walking or running in honor or memory of my family member. And that is very powerful when you see some of these students out there paying it forward.
I'm gonna have to bring my grandchildren to this event.
Absolutely.
They have a
They'd
great
love it.
time. The kids have a great time, and the adults too. It's always a great morning, but we really would love to see teams. We'd love every school to be represented with the team. We had several schools last year that were represented, and it's a good time. It's great team building. Get up on a Saturday morning and enjoy hopefully a little bit of sunshine and warmth.
We hope so.
and support Rainbow Kidz at the same time.
And a lot of folks don't realize, you know, with the 5K, you can walk walk it as a family, walk it with your friends. You know, you don't have to be a runner. I'm certainly not a runner, but it's awesome when we see folks in our community coming together to support this event.
Yeah. Well, we'll sure help you promote that with our staff and our parents. And again, thank you both for what you do for our kids. Hospice and Rainbow Kidz, again, is one of our strategic partners, and you touch a lot of kids every single day, and we do appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for being
Our
here.
privilege. Thank you.
Thank you.
And folks, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you soon.